I am leaving Nickelodeon. This is not clickbait. This is not a joke. This is completely 100% serious. I have reached a decision, and it's just time to go. These things happen in careers in Hollywood sometimes, and I'm certainly not the first person to ever leave a studio, and it certainly won't be the last. But it's the first time for me. I've never had a job this long at one place. A lot of you are probably very young. You're probably not even 20 years old yet, and just to even imagine being at one job for 20 years is probably a little hard to imagine. But when you get to be my age and you've had a career as long as I have, it can be pretty interesting to be at a job at one studio for so long. And I must tell you, I have had the time of my life at Nickelodeon. I have never been disappointed. I've never been let down. I've been treated extremely well by everybody there. This is not a video to diss on Nickelodeon or to trash them or anything, because they've just been fantastic. And I've had a career in animation that is pretty epic. I mean, a lot of people have told me they envy my career. I wish I had your career. This sort of thing. It really did come as a blessing from God into my life. It's been an amazing time. Definitely there is hard work. We have to do our part for sure. There's a scripture in the Bible that says faith without works is dead, meaning you can have all the faith in the world and all the belief in the world that you want to do something, but unless you put work behind it and put that effort into it, it's not going to come to pass. So you've got to do your part as well. So I know God plays a big role in my life. I really believe there's a lot of amazing circumstances that have happened in my career that a lot of other people haven't experienced, and I'm truly grateful. I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to Nickelodeon for giving me all the opportunities they've given me. I'm grateful to all of you out there that are fans of mine. You've been fans over the years for so long, and it's just, I can't thank you enough. Everybody out there, some of my older fans and new fans that are discovering the YouTube channel for the first time, I'm just so grateful. Those of you who are new to the channel, well, let me just give you a little brief history of how I started at Nickelodeon, and we'll kind of go from there, and I'll tell you what the circumstances were that led up to me leaving. And there's really nothing terrible. You can skip to the end of the video if you want. There's nothing terrible. It's just a series of, just the way things sort of played out. I started at Nickelodeon in December of '97. That's a long time ago. And I know that because my daughter Sophia was born in December of '97. And the reason I got to Nickelodeon is because I had sold a short cartoon called The Fairly OddParents to Fred Seibert, who was doing a show called the Oh Yeah Cartoon Show. And I don't know if you remember the old Oh Yeah Cartoon Show. If you watched Oh Yeah Cartoons, you would see 3 original cartoons made by 3 different people. And he had 1 slot left, and I was fortunate enough to pitch him Fairly OddParents. He loved it. I'd met Fred over at Hanna-Barbera, and I came over to Nickelodeon in '97. So Fairly OddParents was the last show in to Oh Yeah Cartoons, and I was able to do that 1 short cartoon. And then my daughter Sophia was born at the end of December '97. So my daughter Sophia is exactly the same age as the Fairly OddParents. So, but I've been there since then, and my last day at Nickelodeon was February 2nd, 2018. So that is 20 years and a month or so. Yeah, so amazing that much time has gone by. And just the amount of things I've been able to accomplish there has been astounding. Every dream I've ever had in animation, every thing I could have ever possibly wanted to do came true at Nickelodeon. So anyway, I sold Fairly OddParents. I made 4 short cartoons, and they were received very well. Maybe many of you have seen them. They're all done on traditional cells, and they look way different than the cartoons of later years of Fairly OddParents. That was the awesome thing about getting to do a show like that, is I got to develop the characters over so many years. I got to refine their designs and refine the look of the show and refine the comedy. It was just so cool. Anyway, they focus tested my short cartoons, and then it was picked up as a TV series. I was given 6 half hours. They called it a 6-pack at the time, and I remember they picked up 6 half hours of Fairly OddParents, and they picked up 6 half hours of Invader Zim. And so I was making my show at the same time they were making Invader Zim. And we both actually released our shows the same night. They premiered Zim and Fairly OddParents the same night. And what was exciting about that was I was very fortunate. The ratings for Fairly OddParents were just really great. And so they ended up giving us more. They said, you're going to get a full-blown series now. And what's funny is, At first, they only picked up 6 half hours, and those 6 half hours did so good, but no one expected it to do good. Not as good as it did. So for a year, they reran those 6 half hours over and over while I was busy making new episodes. And we even did some Crimson Chin online flash cartoons. I don't know if you've ever seen those. We did those at the time. And those are great because we had all these different Crimson Chin villains in those. If you can find those anywhere on the web, let me know, because I'd love to see those again. I haven't seen them in so long. But we were really trying to do anything with Fairly Odd Parents because we didn't have any episodes other than those 6. And so I even took the original Oh Yeah cartoons and redubbed them in the voice of Tara Strong, because Tara Strong wasn't the original voice of Timmy Turner. It was a lady named Mary Kay Bergman who did Timmy Turner. Mary Kay sadly passed away, so Tara took over, and we had to redub all of those original Oh Yeahs with Tara's voice so it all stay consistent because the show was really taking off. And as a result of that, I was able to make Danny Phantom. I was able to make Tough Puppy, and then most recently Bunsen is a Beast. And it's just been so joyful and amazing. And I've learned a lot about not just animation itself, because I was a cartoonist and an animator, and I was a bit of a writer when we started. I love to write comedy. But when you're in a production schedule like the one I was given and the one anybody's given when they get a show, you are under the gun. You have to work really fast, and you really have to bring your A game every single day. So I really learned how to bring my A game every single day, and I try to inspire other people to bring their A game every single day as well. And it's just so joyful to watch your show, which is kind of like your child, grow and be accepted by other people, because you've been working on something for so long. You want it to be special, and you want to just keep it fresh and just make it a blast. I mean, working on Danny Phantom was just a joy beyond belief. Danny Phantom only ran for 3 seasons, and it has become such a cultural touchstone. I mean, people love that show, and it's got such a cult following, and I am thrilled about it. We never made any more at Nickelodeon. Networks make decisions that they feel strong about, and they just wanted to move on to new things, I suppose. But I promise you, I'll keep giving you as much new Danny Phantom stuff as I'm legally allowed to give you on this channel. But Nickelodeon owns the rights. That's what happens. You sell a show, and they own the rights. So I can't really do anything new with it fully. But you never know. Keep writing Nickelodeon. Keep telling them that you want to see more. Maybe they'll just do some more. You never know. I'd be the first one on board if they did. I promise. And I was doing that at the same time as Fairly Odd Parents. So I'm running 2 shows now. I've got 2 writing sessions every day. I've got 2 storyboarding meetings every day with storyboard artists. I've got 2 recording sessions every week, 2 final mixes every week. It was really hectic. And I just want to tell you guys, if you're thinking that you want to get into this industry, it's awesome, but it is very difficult. And you need to understand that you have to really step up when given that chance. There's another scripture in the Bible that says, to whom much is given, much is required. So when you're given a lot, it's going to require a lot out of you. And I know a lot of you out there have it inside of you to do what it is you want to do. You guys can do anything you want to do, anything. And maybe you'll have a career like me someday. And I hope you do. I hope you get to do everything you want to do in art, in animation, in storytelling. I mean, we're all storytellers, is what we do. Animation is storytelling, just with funny drawings that move around. If I could say one thing about my time at Nickelodeon, is that I got to laugh every single day. I encourage all of you to find a job or a career or something that you do that allows you to laugh every single day. And I'm still going to laugh. There's a lot of cool things coming up, but let's keep going. Then after Danny Phantom, I got to work with Jerry Trainer on Tough Puppy, my amazing writers, the amazing voice cast of that show. Some borrowed from Fairly Odd Parents, from Danny Phantom, and they were on Tough Puppy. And then my latest show, Bunsen is a Beast. What a joy that's been to make. The future of Bunsen is, right now, it's only been 1 season. It's 1 season of Bunsen, and we're done. And that was a hard decision to make. That was a hard decision to make, to walk away from a show like that, because it was going so well. But you know what? Like I said, I just knew it was time. There's just things that you have to do in life that are beneficial to you, beneficial to your family. And I know you guys are fans. I'm not trying to let anybody down out there, because I've got a lot of amazing stuff coming up. Okay, so what's the future of Butch Hartman? What are we going to do now? You might ask. Well, I want to keep going. I am just going to keep going. I never stop. I'm like the Energizer Bunny, who's like taller, but I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I just love doing what I do. I know a lot of you do out there as well. So I am still going to be making animation. I'm going to keep selling shows. I've got my own app, the Noog Network. I do all kinds of brand new original stuff on there. Go check that out. I've got a cool sketchbook that I'm selling on Amazon. I'll be doing more books, self-publishing books, and getting books published by other people as well. I've got a lot of projects I'm working on right now, but I'm under contract to a company called Pocket Watch that I'm working with. That was announced, so I can say that. But I can't tell you what I'm working on just yet because I am, like I said, I'm bound to a contract. Can't release it yet, but when I'm allowed to, I will tell you guys everything, I promise. And there's another couple things I'm working on that are extremely cool. Again, under contract, can't talk about just yet. And also, I've got a really cool project I'm working on that I can tell you about called Elf Detective. And that is rocking and rolling, and I've got some great ideas for that. That's coming out. I don't even know if I'm going to sell that to a company. I might just release that here on the YouTube channel by itself. What do you guys think? Let me know. You want to see me self-release this and just put it on here to share with you, or should I sell it to a company? You guys let me know. And other things going on too. We are just growing this YouTube channel. We're growing my other channel, Speech Bubble, the podcast. I love doing that. I'm really just free to do whatever I want now, and it is exciting. I'm a very blessed man. I'm a very fortunate person. I have an amazing family. My wife and daughters are healthy. I'm healthy. I've got great people I work with, like my producer, cameraman, Jay Steele. He's just helping out on all this stuff. And I just really want to thank all of you. Everybody says they want to do something awesome in Hollywood. They want to come to Hollywood and make their career happen. And I'm just going to tell you, there's a lot of great things that can happen here, and there's a lot of disappointments that can happen too. It's just you have the strength to get over those disappointments. You need to have the strength to understand that there are going to be times you're going to be let down. I've been let down thousands of times. For every success you see out there, every Fairly Odd Parents, there's another 25 things you haven't seen that I've worked on. And those projects had a lot of blood, sweat, and tears put in them, a lot of hope, a lot of things being lifted up, and then suddenly it just didn't happen. And that's what happens when you work for a network sometimes. And they're not being mean about it. They're just, they decide at the last minute, maybe they're not ready to do that show, or they have other things in mind, or new people take over, and that's just one of the things you have to get used to and understand that. I'm very fortunate now because I'm going off and doing stuff on my own. So that's what's cool. So I'm in charge and I can do whatever I want. So that's exciting. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you all for listening to this, and just letting you know that as of now, after 20 years, Nickelodeon is over for me. It's going to continue on for other people. It's a great network. Please keep watching it. Please keep enjoying it. But my future's bright. I have a lot of faith in God. I have a lot of faith in you guys, because the Hart fans are going to be growing and going strong for a long time to come. And you'll be seeing a lot of cool stuff from me in the very near future. So thanks again, and we'll see you later.
What do you say? Want to go for a ride? See where the future takes us?
Hey Hart fans, subscribe here to keep up with me, Danny, Timmy, Dudley, Bunsen, and the Noog Network, my new app full of cartoons, shows, and games. Download it here. Click over here to watch my most recent video, and here to start a playlist related to this video. Whoa, check out that awesome fan art. To be featured here, use hashtag HartFanArt and tag me. I'm on every social media platform known to man. Cartoon Butch out. Pencil drop.